What's going on, everybody? What's going on, folks? What's good, folks? My legendary people are here. My name is David, and I'm your host of this legendary podcast, and hope we are doing well. Don't mind me. I'm a little bit stuffy. I tend to tell people, and I always say to people, hey, listen, I was born in Puerto Rico, which we always have some good weather. You could certain time of the year, you could get your 70s, your 80s, your 90s, but it's a little bit, balanced. So coming to the United States, living here in this beautiful New York City, we got the 4 seasons, and spring is not my friend sometimes. And once every couple of years, my immune system takes a shot with the spring, so don't mind me if I sound a little bit stuffy, a little bit more raspier, which sometimes is not a bad thing. But hey, listen, me, we do it on this podcast. We got another motivational little pep talk once again. As of last week, your boy, D-constructingTopics podcast, has transcended, because that's the word in this podcast. In this episode, we are transcending to new heights. And sometimes in life, we know if we're going to transcend, and once again, feel free to hit the like button, share all that good stuff, because we definitely going to transcend. And if you're listening to this and you feel like you're down and out and you need a little motivation, I always say, and many times I have said, when it comes to motivation, there's people that believe, hey, listen, it's Jim Rohn said, hey, motivation is a myth. We need discipline. We just need to get up and do it. And that's why I created this podcast. And as of last week, we are transcending. And I told people, and I did a podcast early where I needed to address a couple of dark clouds that's hanging over my head. There's one cloud that I'm at the moment currently addressing. It's a little bit personal, but guess what? I'm going to start sharing some of my personal life on this podcast and throughout the platform, because sometimes you need to learn each other. You need to learn a little bit from each other. And ever since I said I'm going to transcend, it's like out of nowhere, boom, people are inviting me to do podcasts, whether we're talking wrestling, politics, we're talking cartoons, gaming, and all that. And I'm, sometimes I had to kind of cancel a couple of people out there because, hey, your boy has a regular job. I'm not going to say a regular job. I love what I do. I love what I do. But, this 9 to 5 kind of thing, you know what I mean? Actually, I'm a little bit earlier than that. But, it's a little bit tasking, if you will. But there's no excuse, as there are times that I'm going to try to devote. And when I said that I'm going to transcend, once again, these things started to come in. These opportunities started to open the door. So hopefully those people out there that are inviting me to different podcasts to talk a little bit, I got you. I'll be making it happen for sure. And I want people, and I want a lot of my, what I consider my legendary people that are listening. If you're listening to out there, you need that little pep talk. Just close your eyes and say to myself, say to yourself, what is that word? What is that thing? What is it that you need? Again, we're going to start with discipline. We're going to start with waking up and, hey, so we're transcending. And we need to feel like if we're going to transcend to another level, because sometimes people, to be honest, a lot of people that I'm surrounded, they're not ready to become their best version, but they're just ready to get on to the next level. By all means, I'm with that. If you want to get to level 10, for those people out there that kind of play video games or whatnot, you leveling up. Let's say 10 would be that, the top, the best. And you want to start level 0, then level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. It becomes a little bit more difficult. But I'm with that. See, if you want to address certain things in life, there's different levels that you want to get to. Don't mind me, I just took a little shrug of honey. Yes, honey is always a good thing. Make sure that people out there, if you're not allergic to bees, drink some of that honey. It's good for your soul, especially if it's real honey. And it fights all that good stuff. So I'm over here trying to not try to take the meds while I'm doing this. I'm trying to get that little aloe, whatever, honey, all that good stuff, all that natural stuff. Woo! Whew, let's get it. Because that's, once again, I need to level up. And you see, we're going to fluctuate. So sometimes it's going to be 1 minute, we're going to feel good. One day, we're going to feel like ultimate good. As you're listening to this, you're probably like, yeah, David, I just that I'm lacking something. I'm not sure what's going on. Always an issue. And that's the other thing, too, in life. For those that are out there and obviously listening, let's make it happen. Is that the fact is that every time that you're going to start to do something that's going to help you get to that next level, something happens. Either it's family, there's something financial, something this, and all that. We all been there. We all been there. But how many times that's going to happen? How many times you're going to allow yourself to be held back to like, sometimes in life, what it is that we give too much. We have too many options for us not to do anything, right? It's funny how when we get stuck in these little ruts, or these little physically, whatever, spiritually, when we get stuck, it's interesting how we have more options to not do what we need to do. In other words, we always gonna be like, today is rainy, so today is this, and next week is that, and it's always these little excuses, and again, that's life. But just don't go out there and then you wake up and you be like, damn, man, you feeling like, something is holding me back. I don't know. When I decided that on April 7th, and I had that mark, and I want people to also do that. Just mark something in your calendar. Get something. Again, I'm not saying, let's say, use a name or an event or something to motivation, but just a reminder. Hey, listen. Today I'm at level 3. I want to get to level 4 tomorrow. What is that one word? What is that one event? What is something where I'm going to transcend to that next level that's going to be like, Because a lot of times the lack of motivation, or at least what it is sometimes we tend to kind of think of a situation that did us wrong, that hurt us, that whatever it is, and we don't flip it and be like, what did we learn? And I'm dealing with one of these dark clouds that I've mentioned on my podcast. I'm at the moment currently dealing with a couple of things personal, and I'm definitely going to open up because, hey, listen, my podcast is my life basically, and I want people to learn. I want to be transparent, and there's a couple of things that I'm addressing at the moment that kind of I feel like it was holding me back, but then I started to flip on and be like, what am I learning? What did I learn? Sometimes you question friendships. Sometimes you question a lot of things, what you do at work, what you don't do at work. But just grab something that we learn, something positive, something to be grateful. If we are transcending to that next step, that's one thing, and one thing that I've always said is that we got to be grateful for something. You got to grab something that we wake up in the morning, you waking up in the morning, breathing. I'm grateful for that. If you're out there just trying to like, hey, listen, Dave, I just can't seem to find anything because I'm dealing with a physical situation, I get it. But for every person that you could say, and now everybody's different. If they just say that you're dealing with this medical issue, I will guarantee I will find somebody with the same medical issue, or even worse, who just happened to find a day or something to be grateful. And I'm not trying to say it because everybody's different. It's a lot of people out there that knows that they eat junk. It's a lot of people out there that just be like, damn, man, this is all I do. What are the things that I'm addressing? And I like to talk about, I do have a little bit of, how can I say it? I get a little bit anxious when I travel. When I take the train, when I take in a car, I was in a car accident, right? 20 years ago or so. So when I'm in a car, I'm in a highway, I don't drive, but let's say if I, decide to take a cab or somebody's driving me, I get a little bit anxious. The trains, sometimes, when it goes on the delays, and when I get a little bit like feeling I have no control, they just say that, my body tends to kind of, like I'm feeling a little bit anxious. Then when I feel anxious, then my stomach, then I'm gonna feel like I'm just gonna crap on myself, basically. Yeah, people's like, damn, that's a little personal, but I'm over here opening up so people would understand. Because one of the rules that I always understood when it comes to motivating, or at least trying to help people, is that you need to be a little bit transparent to tell those stories. And sometimes, believe it or not, that I've met a couple of people who, like to kind of maintain their things, not share a lot of personal things on their life, that's fine. I mean, I'm one of those that, hey, listen, don't tell everybody everything you do, But one of those things that I've learned is that there's been a couple of occasions with those people who have opened up, to somebody else, and hey, listen, I like to do this, and whatever the case, and then that other person's like, wow, I did not know that about you. Thank you for the advice. I probably would, when next time I travel, I'm gonna consider that. But you see how those things work, and how sometimes even sharing your stories could actually help somebody. I mean, with the situation that I'm dealing with, that's one of the reasons I did the podcast. Is like, hey, listen, I want to open up and tell the world what happened. There's this crazy story out there, a little bit of drama, a little something there that it was taking a toll on me. And I decided I got to address it. In order for me to move up to the next level, and this goes for everybody, a lot of people need to understand this. If you're going to transcend to that next level, you have to kind of address certain things that you need to address. And one of the things that I've learned with individuals is that's basically one of the factors that makes you not want to do that thing that's going to take you to the next level. Because you're not addressing this, you're not addressing that. Remember, a lot of things that are physically are always mentally as well. And one of the things that we always deal with as people, as humans, is that we are our own worst enemy. We deal with our own, how can I say, kind of habits. I know a lot of people that want to get into this gym thing and, work out and, lose weight. And then, one of the things I tell people, don't look at it going to the gym because you want to lose weight. Look at it that you just want to work out because it's good. You want to stay active. You want to do that. Because if the mindset of you, let's say for those people that say, hey, listen, I want to lose 15 pounds in the next couple of months. If you don't lose 15 pounds, let's say you only lost 1 pound, and let's say that 1 month and a half, what you going to do? You're going to feel discouraged. Why not look at it this way? Just when you go to the gym, just go to the gym and work out. Don't worry about the losing weight. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself to do that. Think about your eating habits as well. Think about your habits in general. And for me, I enjoy going to the gym, but can I be better? Absolutely. Does one of my some of my bad habits, get the best out of me? Absolutely. I'm a little social butterfly. People be like, hey, listen, you want to have a drink? Sure. A drink. That goes to from 1 drink to 5, 6 drinks. Then the next day I wake up ugh. I still manage to kind of wake up and do a little something, but not as best as I can. And hey, listen, I'm one to say, hey, I'm telling you that if you're gonna transcend even myself, I'm gonna tell you that, hey, I'm dealing with certain habits, certain things that, when I'm networking for my podcast and so on. And ever since I said, and I said it, that ever since I said I'm gonna transcend, or I started to feel transcending, people are inviting me, people are sending texts, people are doing this, and I'm like, there's a little positive thing going on, let's go. But that's part of transcending, is that, hey, listen, if you're going to transcend to that next level, you got to be about it. You got to be about it. You know what I mean? Don't say it. Don't think. Just be about it. Just do it. Once you start doing it, then write down the stuff that you do. See, the thing is this, and this is beautiful. A lot of times we trying to manifest something and we write it down, and that's growth. Hey, I always say that's great. Writing your goals. What is it that you want? What is it that you want to do? That's great. There are some people that, have a little notebook that they want to write things, and they write it. There's some people that just don't write it. But one of the things that I would have said is that, you know what? A practice would be write down what you did. If you went to the gym, hey, I went to the gym today. I felt good. I did 30 minutes. Yes, we all want to have a plan. We all want to have goals. We all want to write down that. Unless you're going to put a check mark on it. Hey, I got to go. I did this. I went to the gym. Check. But write down the stuff that you did. Matter of fact, for those people that don't like to write, whatever it is, journal, whatever it is that you want to do, even on your computer, on a spreadsheet, on the next 10, 15 days, just write down and just put down what you did. And so you can start to learn, how is this Monday different than this Monday? What I did Sunday that made my Monday good, and what I did this Sunday that I woke up Monday. Monday for those people, for the most part, that works Monday through Friday. Monday, it's a little hard. Hey, I say, for me, Monday, I dread little Mondays, to be honest with you. Sometimes I dread it because, hey, listen, when it comes to football season, you already know, I'm enjoying, the good drinks, the good food, and, wake up that Monday kind of like, But what makes, let's say, something Sunday, that you did something different, and you woke up Monday like, wow, I feel like a champion, let's go. That's my thing on that situation, is that if we are going to transcend, make sure that when you transcend, make sure that you address these little situations, these little habits that you got that is holding you down, that it's like, because in order for us to transcend, we need to kind of address that thing, address those little things, address, the elephant in the room, or you say to yourself, if I am my worst enemy, how can I be my best friend at the same time? But that's addressing those little things here and there. Hope you enjoy this podcast once again. I'm pretty sure that you guys did. My legendary people, let's go. We make it happen on the D-constructing Topics podcast. Once again, we are transcending, and I'm pretty sure that by the time you listen to this, you'll be transcending as well. Once again, feel free to like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Make it happen. I'm out of here. Peace. We transcending. Let's go.